Hello and welcome to the Friday Night Craft and Chill. I was chilling a little bit too much and just fell asleep right after dinner, so I did get probably about a 2-hour nap in just now, but I'm not really awake. And I actually had an idea what I was thinking about working on tonight. But since I fell asleep, I didn't get any of that ready. So we're going to be doing something, I don't know what we're doing. I have no idea. I mean, besides from painting this little thing we did last week, but that's going to take nowhere near enough time. So, how's everyone doing? Hope everyone's doing okay. We got Ed. What's up, Ed? We got Ian, Mudhorn Station. How's everyone? How's things? Could be better, could be worse. Chilling just the right amount to me, right? Yeah. Ooh. I definitely need this tea right now. My brain was like on... this usually doesn't happen with a stream for me, but my brain was like snoozing... like I gotta go to work. Like I was having mini fantasies about how, well, maybe I just won't get up right now. It'll be okay. I'll just, I'll call in. I haven't missed a stream in a long time. I'll just say I wasn't gonna make it. And then I'm like, oh man, I need to get up. What am I doing? Nerves starting to ramp up ahead of next week. What do you got going on next week, man? Oh, man. Oh, hospital for operation on Tuesday. Yeah, anytime you're going to the hospital, it's nerve-wracking. No doubt about that. Okay, what is this? Wow, that is that dull. Yeah, I've been in the hospital before, but I've never actually had a surgery. Knock on wood. So we started pretty late. Probably a lot of people went to sleep, would be my guess. And that's totally fine. We'll have a nice chill stream. Michael Dumas, how you doing, Michael? So, Michael, I noticed you've commented on the last few YouTube shorts I've done. And thank you for that, because, you know, I've been... Those particular shorts were... they're new on YouTube, but I posted some of that stuff on IG before. Not that long ago, you know, maybe a month ago. It's a newer project, and I was like, should I post this on YouTube? And yeah, I think I should. So I gotta get to where I have everything that I've ever done also posted on YouTube, because YouTube keeps stuff around. You know, when you go to search for something, you can find it later on YouTube. When you go to search for something on Instagram, there is no search, you know, it's just whatever. So I really need to get everything, even if it's older, ported over to YouTube. Eduardo, what's going on, Eduardo? All the cool kids are here, right? Eduardo, how are you doing, man? I know Eduardo made a trip to the hospital as well, I believe. Just a bunch of old men here. We're all cruising in and out of the hospital. A lot of pain. Yeah, they got you on some stuff though, don't you? Some hydrocodone or some Tylenol 3 or something? Tramadol maybe? Still alive, right on. Yeah, Radham, I'm not on any other platform but YouTube. It's good seeing more stuff from you. Yeah, thank you. You know, and it's a good reminder to me, Michael, that sometimes I feel like when I'm cross-posting things a little bit later, for whatever reason I didn't do them all at once, that it feels like I'm spamming or something, you know, but it's not. I have to remember that some people are just on certain platforms, and it's good for me to spread all the content that I've already made around to all the platforms. And I honestly, I need to go in and do that with everything. Because a lot of that stuff, doing the project, takes more time than, you know, the social media post part of it. It's the actually doing of the project, so it just makes sense to replicate it onto all the platforms. And I did mean to post the last part of that little series you were commenting on today, but instead I fell asleep, so I'll do it tomorrow. New to me, I like the videos. Yeah, sweet. See, exactly, that's how it works. Same time toys. Shane, what's up, man? Chilling, I'm actually awake. Well, you got me beat, because I don't think I am awake right now. This is just like, I don't know, Memorex or something. Oh. Where's that window? So you guys are familiar with this and this window right here. I went ahead and made one like this. It's a little bit more warehousey. Just the extra slat in there across the middle. Yep, I don't have that option up yet on Etsy, but I'm gonna put it up. And if I'm lazy and I don't put it up, and for some reason you want it and you know this, you can just message me on Etsy and ask me for that, and I will know what you're talking about. Brick on that one looks really good. Thank you. Yeah, this one was shortly after the other one that you're looking at right now, Michael. They were in the same vein. One more thing I wanted to show was this window that I just made. And I was showing Ed, I finally figured out how to do the multiple materials in Fusion. These are made in Tinkercad, which worked fine. But this one, I couldn't do this in Tinkercad. It was too much. But, yep, transparent, or translucent at least. It's really thin. And so that kind of unlocks a lot of possibilities. I'm going to be doing some more stuff like this. I'm only set up to do 4 colors right now, and this is 3, so I can get 1 more color if I want to do something bigger. But I figured I would make this one to fit the old frame. Yeah, thank you. Again, I don't have the option up for this on Etsy right now, but if you did want one tonight, for whatever reason, and you went on there and ordered some of these, just send me a message and say, hey, I want the cross, and I'll give you 2 of these instead of that other one. That's no problem at all. Just shoot me a message on there. Yeah, this is gonna be really cool, and I'm gonna do some other shapes, but I don't have that set up yet. But this really isn't that bad. These work pretty good. This size. They're not, huge, like a giant stained glass window, but it's decent. Triple D's Toy Dungeon. What's up, Trip D? You know what they say about people who live in glass houses? That's true. That's perfect. Now I gotta save up. I need like 20 windows. Well, Shane, if you go to buy 20 windows, you let me know, and I'll give you at least some kind of discount on that. For sure. So, Michael, I fell asleep. I did have something I was thinking about working on, but unfortunately I got none of it ready. So, we're just doing some scrap carving once again, because I have no idea what I'm working on. We still have this from last week's stream that I need to paint up. What's up, my dudes? What's going on, Troy? Troy, I'm just going to show this again for Troy, although it's not an and/or window, but why not? So these are the windows that we were doing, and I went ahead and added this Troy, a little different, but very similar, but also this. You see the translu. And like I was saying, I couldn't figure out how to do this multicolor situation in Fusion before. All the other ones were done in Tinkercad. But now that I know how to do it in Fusion, I can get more complex shapes. So we'll be having some different stuff coming. But this fits the old window frame as well. And once again, if anyone wanted some, I don't have the option up on Etsy for it. But if you ordered a pack of the old windows tonight or whenever, anyone, just message me and say, hey, I want the cross windows, and I'll send you 2 of these instead. The usual being awesome. Ideas with scraps. Yeah, I mean, shoot. I've done a lot of scrap stuff lately because I've been, life has been a little bit hectic. But we'll get some other stuff now pretty soon. Sweet wizard. Yeah, I'm looking forward to being able to do this stuff because there's just so many possibilities. Yeah, and if you like taking a picture and have the light behind this, it's gonna look really neat. And although no one else knows this yet, Ed knows. I was showing him. I'm not going to talk about it too much right now, but I'm getting a pretty sweet piece of gear. And so that's going to be pretty influential on some of my upcoming projects. But we'll talk about that more when I actually get it. It will be awesome. It will be awesome. That is going to be... Yeah. You guys will definitely notice it when I get that piece of gear, because it's not like anything else that I've used before. almost got foam in the tea. I need this tea. That transparent color is awesome. Yeah, man, it's the window too. It's like only 1 millimeter thick, and you could see Ed has some pictures up. Action Figs, Toy Elite, whatever the heck his name is today. He's got some pictures up with the Ed. What's that dude's figure? That figure, blah blah blah. That dude's name. That figure that looks like a 1920s, 1940s detective-looking dude. But yeah, he's got, you know, his silhouette in the window. Looks pretty sweet. But he's got this window with the but the clear one. The dual transparent color is awesome. Yeah, thanks, man. I'm going to get one more transparent color, like I said, because I have the ability to do 4 colors. There's only 3 present here. And I think I'm going to get like a light blue. Either a light blue or maybe a light green. Green would look good, but it's going to be... I named him Ace Heartbreaker. He's from Big Bad. Ace Heartbreaker? That's the guy with... No, that's not his name. That's the blonde dude with the eye patch, or, well, maybe not an eye patch, I can't remember. I'm talking about he almost looks like a villain. He's got like the pinstripe kind of thing on, and I could be getting mixed up. Yeah, the green will look cool, but it'll look too much like Christmas, green and red. So either light blue. I could do orange, but I think orange is going to get confused with the red visually, so probably blue. Christmas colors will work at some point, though. Yeah, that's it, Ed. The Mezco Gangsters figure. Two windows, one with the cross. Yeah, Troy, absolutely. So, for the other window, what do you want? Do you want the standard like this, or do you want me to do this guy right here that's also not listed with the extra slat in there? You let me know, Troy. And thank you for ordering, man. Appreciate the support for sure. The 6-pane. Okay, man. I got you. Maybe we'll switch over to painting for a moment. Well, I think we'll paint, at least base these in black. Yeah, I've been kind of torn between, well, not torn, but just thinking about what direction to go in with the shop. Like, on the one hand, I've been thinking about doing larger finished pieces, but maybe 3D printed pieces more with some hand painting. And on the other hand, I'm like, you know what you don't really see is you don't really see anyone doing a diorama parts shop where it's like just deep, you know, where you have an option for this window frame and there's 15 different windows that would pop in there, or like, you know, 100 options for different you know, greeblies or whatever you want to call them, different types of panels and control stuff for actually building dioramas. I don't know if those two things existing in one shop would work. You know, I know the Etsy algorithm might get confused because one of them's kind of like a hobby supply stuff and the other one's like finished product. And those two customers are kind of different, right? A lot of the guys that buy the parts, they would not usually buy finished stuff. A few of them would, but a lot of people that buy finished stuff they never build anything. There's obviously some crossover. I don't know. Just been thinking about it lately. I mean, a diorama parts thing would be pretty cool, just to have all the, you know, deep stacked collection of different bits. And I do feel like that probably appeals a little bit more to well, definitely this, the guys that come on this live stream. There are quite a few people that ask me for finished stuff all the time. But I'm not really that keen on doing one-off custom dioramas anymore. You should do both. It would cover a larger demographic. Yeah, I mean, Michael, that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. But I will say, like, I guess it's so niche already, it might not matter too much. It's just like when you start going in two directions like that, people are like, well, what is this guy? The algorithms don't know what to push you out as. Are you this thing or are you that thing? But yeah, I mean, I probably should do both. Though. I'd say do a mix, but go deeper with the parts store, like a train hobby store. Some sets, yeah, some sets, but tons of parts. Yeah, I mean the sets require significantly more post work from me, especially, I mean, like even the catwalk playset has 21 pieces that need to be glued or fitted together in some way, shape, or form. So if I was doing 3D printed dioramas or backdrops, there's going to be painting and stuff involved there. Even if it's not super detailed, I'm going to be the bottleneck on that. Machines might be the bottleneck for a while, but I can always buy more 3D printers, provided things are going okay. Can't buy more of me, though, unfortunately. But the parts, it's the time designing it, and then just dealing with all the smaller pieces being printed off and all that. But significantly less post-processing work with the bits. No painting, no gluing. Yeah, I mean it's kind of like popping up in my head where I could do a store that's pretty deep and then in the bits and just maybe like something larger here and there for the finished pieces. Get a cloning machine, problem solved. Yeah, easy peasy. I like to make stuff from other people and mix them up together. Yeah, make stuff and buy stuff from other people. Yeah, I mean, my views on things like that, I'm not the target demographic because I don't collect toys. But I understand what you're saying there, because I like sometimes to have drawings or like a painting or something from someone else because I want to look at how they did things too, and it's nice to admire someone else's style and the differences and things, for sure. I have never bought a diorama from someone else. But that's not to say I wouldn't mind having some other people's stuff. Like having an Al Figures diorama would be sweet. I'd totally like that. Or that, I always forget his name. However many points of articulation, that dude, those dioramas are sweet, the handmade ones. Toy Blocks, too. He does the 3D printed stuff, but, anyone that kind of stands out. A High School Creations diorama would be cool. A Vasco, just any of those guys. It would be pretty neat. If I had more space, I might do something like that, but I don't have that much space, so we're not going to worry about that right now. Owl stuff looks great. Yeah, owl stuff is... It's just like... it's specific. It's kind of comic booky. You look at it, and it just kind of screams the old school ACBA look now, and a lot of people, including myself, emulated a lot of what he was doing early on. And I mean, you know, it changed and grew from there, but it's, it would be neat to have an Owl Figures diorama. I would even say he would probably be, if I was going to buy any other person's diorama, that would be the first one I would go for. More likely to buy the peripherals like boxes, crates, furniture. I'd really like to create the backgrounds and main scenes myself. Okay, yeah, props. I don't want to say I would consider props with bits, but yeah, I like props too. And I think I would always, yeah. Yeah, so that's really a third category that I wasn't thinking of, Ian, but so there's three as the store just spirals out of control, right? And that's like a middle ground category right there, because props generally have some level of post where I got to do a little gluing, possibly a little painting, but not like a full diorama. So yeah, I would say those would be those. That's three pretty solid categories to break things up into: bits, props, and completed pieces. And then you can take that a little further, as some of that you can break up into, is it 1/18th or 1/12th, and is it handmade or is it 3D printed? But then the categories start getting a little bit confusing. Honestly, with a really deep catalog, though, if I do a lot of bits, it might make more sense on a Shopify store. In which case, I will be bothering Ed a lot. Sorry, Ed. Yeah, I used to watch Punker Mike all the time back in the day. It's been a long time. But before I started doing videos on Instagram back when I only did pictures on Instagram, and I did have a couple of like my old YouTube videos, the ones that are like 11 years old. Those were probably up, but yeah, I was watching Punker Mike back in like 2000, I want to say 2015 or 2014, somewhere around there. Yeah, he's cool. Punker Mike did a lot of cool stuff. Mudhorn saying, I'm starting off by using official playset dials and try to flesh them out with my own crafted stuff. Yeah, no, that's cool. You know, that's just basically like kit bashing. Although, you know, maybe one half kit, one half scratch built or trash bash. And I think that works really good. I mean, because you could even get things on sale sometimes and then just, you know, make it your own. Old but still have good stuff? Absolutely. The guy that Al Figures used to always talk about was Bob the Odd. And Bob the Odd just did like old Dungeons and Dragons kind of terrain and stuff like that. And I used to watch things like that before I even knew action figures dioramas were a thing, and probably before they were a thing, actually. When I was making Warhammer terrain, most of it we made by looking at like the War Games terrain book. I don't know if any of you guys remember that. And there was a Games Workshop rep that used to come by our comic shop, and he would, you know, I remember one day he came by with a hot wire foam cutter, and it was the first time I ever saw pink foam. It was probably, I don't know, 1997 or something like that. And he had one of those old school, like the floral foam cutters with the 2 C batteries. It was either C or D in the handle, like the cardboard tube. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. I don't have to cut the white foam and have the stuff go everywhere. This is crazy. It's the way of the future. Bob the Odd, he's like the OG of this. Yeah. For videos and stuff, yeah, there were a lot of old school dudes that did this stuff in the 80s, man. You know, they just didn't have YouTube, they didn't have videos. There was this guy, he had his own webpage, it's probably still there, stormthecastle.com. He was kind of loose with some of the stuff he made. It wasn't like always super refined, but he did all kinds of crazy projects, like, you know, potato guns, and built a cat soul, would build like almost cosplay prop stuff. And you know, this is back when the blog was really the big thing, and video social media wasn't really a thing yet. And that's like really another level, because you had to be fairly competent at building and, you know, managing the web page. I bet some of those guys made great ad revenue money back then, though. think I built my first foam diorama in 1996. It was 1/6 scale. Wasn't great, but I learned a lot. Yeah, that was around the time. I might have been a year later than you on War Games Terrain. I was painting like Warhammer minis and stuff probably from 95, 94. But man, it might have been earlier than that. It might have been 93. I don't know. Somewhere in the early to mid 90s I was painting. But as far as making terrain, I don't think I did any of that till I came to Texas. And I came to Texas in 97. And I did I did some alien buildings and some bunkers. And I did some crazy stuff with plaster of Paris, like paper mache, newspaper, like alien, a whole like base with these crazy alien rocks on it. I guess I would call it pretty rudimentary now. But yeah, all kinds of stuff. The first diorama, though, as far as like a room that was for action figures specifically, not until 2013, 2014, somewhere around there. Building with wood and cardboard prior to that, but the foam was a game changer. Yeah, my first was May 2022. Right on, Troy. And now you have an entire house full of stuff. So we have established that you're obsessed. That's cool. I don't think anything great has ever been built in this world by someone that wasn't obsessed, so I don't really see a problem. I remember I was really into doing cardboard buildings, though, in elementary school. Like, my third grade teacher specifically was, he was big on Paris architecture. I think he might have gone there on vacation or something, but he was, what is it, the Arc de Triomphe and the Notre Dame Cathedral and all that, and I remember building all that stuff out of cardboard over and over and over again. I don't even remember if we did anything for a school project specifically, or it was like arts and crafts time, but I started building little cardboard buildings. It started just with a face, and then I started building the whole building a little bit more. And I would make them out of construction paper. I'd make them out of like cardstock. Once again, nothing too fancy. This is something a very young kid is making. But I made tons and tons of those types of buildings. For no purpose, kind of like now. It's not because I have a collection of toys, it's just because I like making the buildings. I just like making the buildings. Which is kind of funny now that I think about it. I've never made that connection before. I'm borderline crazy. My therapist makes a lot of notes. Yeah. Bank notes. Ain't no worries, man. Well, I can tell you with a certain amount of certainty that arts and crafts are very, very popular in psych wards. So it's a good calming activity. Cardstock works as good as sheet metal. You could do some amazing stuff with cardstock if you just kind of play with it. That's for sure. I mean, if you look at some of the old architectural models people used to make out of cardstock, it's nuts. Now, they were using much fancier cardstock than I used usually, but just some plain white 8.5 by 11 cardstock. You could, oh boy, definitely make some cool stuff. And we'll do this guy too. Why not? Very therapeutic, for sure. You can set a goal in mind, you do a little problem solving, so there's like an obstacle to overcome, and then you can see the finished product, which makes you have like a sense of accomplishment. And you're kind of in your own little world, zenning out without people messing with you. You don't have 8 different managers, Bob, coming to mess with you. I really like painting and customizing figures, but also creating lore behind them. Yeah, that's cool for sure. Going to take a bit more discipline for me to make the environments, as I have never been a natural crafter. Yeah, you know, the environments, though, you could write things down, but it's just like video games. You just think of like biomes, you know, what goes in this biome, and the ideas will come. Unless you're doing art therapy and VA, and boy, there's some wild ideas. In the VA, yeah, I imagine they probably have some crazy stuff. Yeah, there is a guy that makes everything out of paper. Are you talking about World Made of Cardboard? I'm pretty sure it was World Made of Cardboard I saw at DFW, the DFW G.I. Joe show. I think it was him, but he had these transformers that were made out of paper, and they looked pretty darn good, and they transformed. VA, that's how I got the idea. I could see it. Hey Troy, I just looked at your order real quick while you're on here. So you ordered 2 sets. So you want 1 set with these, and then 1 set with these. So 2 of these and 2 of these, right? Just to make sure I have that right. World made out of cardboard makes crazy. Yeah, he does. That's what I yes. Gonna go get some more sleep, methinks. Peace all. Have some good sleep, man. See you next week. All right, Troy. Gotcha. Ah, thank you, Ed. Sorry, just remember, I've been zonking it too. It's no big deal. I got random on speed dial on my Etsy. Sweet, I'll take that. Your windows are down to one left in inventory. Uh-oh. Yeah, I can actually pump those up right now. Let's see. I guess if I wanted to be slick and manipulative, I would just leave it on one and be like, oh, there's only one left. But, yeah, whatever. I'll put them on 4. Scarcity is a great marketing or sales tool. I get it, but it's I mean, like, it can be real scarcity. I mean, there are times where I'll get too behind or run out of something, or especially if it's handmade, obviously that could be difficult. There might only be one. I kind of have I don't know if I want to call it fatigue or something from all our traditional marketing wisdom. It's like, yeah, I want to make some money, but I don't know, man. It's like, does everything have to be a manipulation, a planned manipulation all the time with marketing? Just tiring. I do think there is a way, although slower, where people just like stuff and they just buy more stuff from you over time. I think there is a way to do that. I don't know if that gets as big, or if it, I'm sure it takes longer. Just depends on the item, I suppose. Creating a scarcity mindset is taught in marketing, and it's basically psychological manipulation. Yeah, I get that, and I don't like it. I'm not saying it's not done every second of the day, too. And I mean, I guess it can be kind of hard, like if you're being bombarded with all that FOMO and higher strength stuff, it could be harder sometimes for a more organic, chilled out thing to get through to you, perhaps. But I don't know, part of me just believes that if the right conditions are met, there's a lot of people that would rather not be sold all the time. I'm not saying that doesn't work. It definitely does. And sure, once they're sold on something and they get it and they actually like it, they will probably just come back without being sold on it quite as much, or you don't need as much selling. So I guess as long as you feel like you're doing a quality product, you could be leading people to a good decision, I guess you could say. But I don't know. I'm still figuring out where I'm at on all that stuff. Good night, Eduardo. Get some rest. Pop a pain pill and go to sleep, man. That was... See, I'm tired. I shouldn't even be doing this as tired as I am. I didn't get close, but that was the wrong direction to make that cut. That specific cut. Well, Ed, I don't know why I keep doing the same one over and over again, but I definitely have started watching the Stargate SG-1 once again. Tried to get small on my monthly bill, so I eliminated a lot of stuff, and I don't have any of my other subscriptions, so I just have plain Amazon Prime right now. And I was looking for something in the science fiction section, and there was Stargate. It's just a very easy watch, too. It kind of takes up the similar bandwidth to Star Trek Next Generation, where it's like comfort food. I've seen it so many times, I don't really have to pay close attention to it. But it doesn't... It's not jarring. It doesn't, like, make you, like, oh, you know, gotta... like, The Sopranos kind of leaves you feeling a little bit dark if you watch, like, 5 episodes in a row. Stargate, just get relaxed. Yeah, it's hard to go wrong with it. Good evening, morning, guys. What are we building there? Random, dude. Very random today. Today we showed off some of the windows that we have in the Etsy shop up right now. And just did these. Gonna be doing... was gonna have a project today, but I fell asleep, which happens sometimes. So we just got painting some little things, little props. It was just scrap stuff, man. Nothing planned. Little stone bits and such. Little wood. Nothing. It's been a rough day, so all good. It's always good raiding the scrap bin. All these things, these little bits, they really actually work fantastically for when you're building a scene or doing photography or even just like a little shelf display. It doesn't have to be that coherent. Once you have the little elements and pieces, it's just like throwing together some Legos later. I think we'll do another coat of black. Yeah, it's good having those pieces, man, for sure. I watch a lot of older shows or movies. Easier to relax when I can half pay attention and it doesn't leave me feeling stressed or anything. Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of things now or that started probably around the time of The Sopranos, NYPD Blue, The Shield. The plots got so complicated where, like, if you missed something, you didn't know what the heck was going on. And while that can be intriguing and interesting, it does add, like, this element of stress where you have to be hyper-focused on every single thing. And it's not that I don't pay attention to the plots, like if I'm watching Stargate SG-1 or something like that, but it's serious, lighthearted. And I like that. Even the Next Generation. Next Generation is fairly serious most of the time, but Nope, I didn't mention it. Pretty much 1/12th, although this one's probably more. This thing I was just painting is probably more 1/18th. Pretty much 1/12th. However, you know, if you look at this, these particular items, they'd fit with, you know, that could be just a piece of wood, man. So it's pretty universal. It could be 1/12th, it could be a piece of wood, and it would be a huge timber in 1/18th, and it would be, yep, totally feasible piece of wood in 1/6 as well. I'm not. Most of my props are like these are more 1/12th, 1/18th. I'm not doing anything too specific right now. You know what? We're at the end here, or getting close to the end, but I didn't even show off the crates, so let me just show these off one more time. They're on the Etsy shop. These are the Punkwood Toys crates. These are geared towards 1/12 scale. You got a wooden laser cut crate. It's got the two little trays and the other tray, 3D printed inserts. They fit in there super, super snug. Very cool. And for the other one, if you're into G.I. Joe Classified, the other option is they come with this gun rack that fits 4 of these classified laser rifles. I had 5 of them, a 5 slot, and one of the guys that was doing pictures on it, Matthew, Larry's mod, broke one of the slots, so I resized them to be 4 guns, and I got them to be really well fitting for these G.I. Joe Classified laser rifles. 1/18th, I'll check the shop out. If you're into 1/18th, and I don't know if you've seen it, I have that catwalk play set up on that shop. I was pretty proud of that when I made it, because it was the first thing I actually made coherently in to be like that. That was mostly made in Tinkercad, but and it's got the tower also, and it has all these sci-fi style consoles. Nothing painted. I did it all with multicolor filament. But that's all 1/18th over there on that Etsy shop. And thank you, by the way. Seeing it looks amazing. Oh, thank you, man. And I'll say it one more time because the stream's about to end, and I do get viewers, you know, after also. If anyone today, because the option isn't up right now on the normal windows, if anyone goes to the listing that has these windows, and instead they want to get this 6-pane one or this, you know, cross window, multicolor, it's transparent. It's kind of hard to see here, but yeah, you can see it's transparent. Just, you know, you could just order these and message me on Etsy and say, hey, I want 2 of the cross or 2 of the 6-pane or 1 and 1, whatever. All right, we're gonna do one more quick coat of this brown. Alrighty. Oh, I didn't paint this. We'll get it. We'll get it eventually. It is 1:04. I know I started late, so we've been going for about an hour and 35 minutes now. Gonna wrap it up. Thank you. Special thanks to Troy for buying those items on Etsy, and anyone else that went ahead and checked out the shop or bought something. Thank you to everyone that supports as a channel member. I do appreciate that. It helps keep me motivated to keep doing these streams. I've been doing this now for, I think it's been 3 years. I really have to go check, but it's really close if it hasn't been 3 years already. I feel like it's been 3 years. Yeah. I don't know if it was called Craft and Chill yet, but I'm pretty sure it was. Anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out. Anyone who just came by and hung out and chat, thank you very much for that too. Hope everyone has a great weekend and a great week. And yeah, hope to see you next week. Take care, everyone.